I know that I should be super comfortable with that one, but I'm not, and therefore I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Definitely heard it a bunch, but not confident enough. Why don't you go sing for that gentleman? Amen. Amen. Mm. It's interesting. Indeed. Here's Aunt Robin. Yeah. Mm-mm. Soon.
Are you going to be a soloist tonight? Okay. I'm ready for you.
How you doing? Good.
School's out for summer. It feels. This is a year. This is a year.
Yeah.
You know it. You really
Oh
do.
my God. Even like the end of it is just.
Yeah. It's been a lot in the last month.
Yeah.
like some old cover or
I know, so nice. Funny like that.
New York. New York. No longer in New Jersey. You gonna sing with Daddy? You sing? Yeah? Okay, we need your help.
All right, friends, welcome. Come on in, find a seat. All right, this is officially the first Friday night of summer for a lot of us, so you all get extra bonus points for coming here and being with us tonight. And as part of your bonus points this evening, we're teaching you a new song. So this is a Hine Matov. It's on page 10. The only difference with this Hine Matov that Rob is going to teach you is that instead of saying Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, like sitting brothers and sisters together, the word Achim is Kulanu, which means all of us. So gender neutral. Changing things up a bit.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Better be praised.
Can you hear me out there? Yeah, is it on? Hello?
Oh, yes.
Test?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So I'm just going to teach this Nigun part first, and then we're going to have you sing along. Ya la lai lai la lai, ya la lai lai la lai, ya la lai 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 lai, ya la lai lai la lai, ya la lai lai la lai, ya la lai 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 lai. Very simple. All right, so we're going.
It was not a joke.
Well, maybe it's not simple. I don't know. It's simple if you sing it 1,000 times.
Let's do that.
All right, so we're gonna break it down for you. So, ya la lai lai la lai, ya la lai lai la lai. Your turn. Ya la lai lai la lai, ya la lai lai. So good. Ya la lai 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 lai. Your turn. Ya la lai 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 lai. Go again. Ya la lai lai la lai, ya la lai lai la lai, ya la lai lai la lai, ya la lai lai la lai. The last part is a little bit different. It goes ya la lai 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 lai, ya la lai 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 lai. You got it from the beginning. Here we go. Ya la lai lai la lai, ya la lai lai la lai, ya la lai 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 lai. Ya la lai 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 lai, ya la lai 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 lai, ya la lai 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 lai. Perfect. This next part is a call and response. So I'll be singing it first, and you'll respond. It goes like this. Hine mato,
Hine Matov,
umanai,
Umanai.
and then we would sing this together. Shevet kulanu gam yachad. Shevet kulanu.
Shevet Kulanu Gam
Yachad. Shevet kulanu. Let's do that again.
Shevet Kulanu Gam
Yachad. We're gonna keep going. Hine mato.
Hine Matov,
Umanai.
Umanai.
Shevet kulanu gam yachad. Like that. Shevet kulanu.
Shevet Kulanu Gam
Yachad. Hine matov.
Hine Matov,
Umanai.
Umanai. Shevet Kulanu Gam Yachad.
Hine matov. Hine matov.
Hine Matov,
Umanai.
Umanai. Shevet Kulanu Gam Yachad.
Ya la la, ya la
הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת כולנו גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת כולנו גם יחד.
Last time, yalalai.
Yalalai, lai, 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 yalalai, lai, 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 yalalai, lai, 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 yalalai, lai, 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 yalalai, lai, 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 yalalai, lai, 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 lai.
Beautiful. There's one more part that I'm going to teach you at the very, very end, but you guys sound amazing. You gotta
Beautiful.
sing like that.
Beautiful. So, to keep the fun times coming, tomorrow we have a very exciting simcha in our congregation. You can't tell, but she is very excited about this because tomorrow Isla is becoming bat mitzvah. So, Isla, we're going to ask you and your sister Hallie to come on up. Amanda, you coming too? Yes, all three girls, come on up to help us with our Shabbat blessings, which can be found in the beginning of our prayer book on page 2. All right, candles first. Candles, hold on. I'll take the fun lighter. All right, you ready? Just press the button. It's okay. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Beautiful. All right, Hallie, you want to lift up the glass? Lift. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Amen. Yeah.
Fine.
All right, Isla, you want to cover the holiday? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Awesome. Do you want to bite? Otherwise, you can just give it to Zoe. She's sitting there. She's like as close to the challah as possible, just in case. Yes. Beautiful. That's it. See, halfway done. Beautiful. Thanks. So when we celebrate Shabbat, there are so many different ways that we welcome in this time together, and one of them is imagining that a beautiful bride comes into our midst every time we come together in prayer. And so we sing the words of Lecha Dodi on page 20.
Lecha Dodi, Likat Kala, Panei Shabbat, V'Kabila.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Panei Shabbat, V'Kabila.
Shamo v'zachor, v'dibur echad, Eishmianu el hamiuchad. Adonai echad, u'shemo echad, L'shemo tiferet, v'hitila.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Panei Shabbat, V'Kabila. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, Panei Shabbat, V'Kabila.
Boi b'shalom, ateret ba'ala, gam b'simcha u'tzola. Toch emunei am segula, boi chala, boi chala.
Lecha dodi, likrat kala, Panei Shabbat, Nikabela. Lecha dodi, likrat kala, Panei Shabbat, Nikabela.
Panei Shabbat, Nikabela.
On page 29, there is one who sings the song of his own life, finding everything within himself. There is one who leaves the circle of herself and sings the song of her people. There is one whose voice rings with a song of humanity, hoping for the highest perfection. And there is one who rises even higher, uniting with all creatures, with all worlds, filling the universe with song. Nevarech, let us bless as we rise together and call each other to worship in the words of the Baruch Hu. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai.
Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai. We read together on the bottom of 31. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim. And we join in the watchword of our faith on page 34 with Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto, Leolam, Leolam va'ed. Yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la, yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la.
And you shall love with all of your heart, your soul, and with all of your might. And you shall teach your children to hold, to love, and to know what is right.
be seated. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם, אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים, אני אדוני אלוהיכם. On 39, standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot.
That wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness.
That there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha netar b'kodesh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha netar b'kodesh. Nora tehilo, oseh feleh. Who is like you? Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? When Moses and the children crossed the sea, they sang to you with songs of joy. Who is like you, Adonai? Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. This week, the Torah portion, we start the book of Numbers, which tells the story of the way that the Israelites traveled through the desert after this hiatus of having read the book of Leviticus. And we're reminded, as we see them carry on our journey, that we too carry on our own journeys. And just like them, wherever it is that our freedom takes us, we need to make sure that we have a shelter of peace wherever we go. And so we always follow the words of Michamocha with Hashkivenu on page 42, asking God to spread that shelter of peace over us wherever our journeys take us. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu v'shalom, v'shalom, v'ha'amidenu shomreinu v'chayim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Amen. Shelter us beneath your wings. Shelter us beneath thy wings. Guard us from harmful things. Guard us from all harmful things. Keep us safe throughout the night. Keep us safe till we wake with morning's light. Till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 ask you now, if you will, to please rise on page 46 as we join together in words of tefillah. Adonai sefatatitach ufi agita yilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot V'Imahot, U'Mevi Geula Livnei B'neihem, L'ma'an Shemo B'Ahava, Melech Ozer U'Moshia U'Magen, Baruch Atah Adonai, Magen Avraham V'Ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, Mechayei HaKol Atah Rav Lehoshia, Mechalkei Chaim B'Chesed, Mechayei HaKol B'Rachamim Rabim, Somech Noflim V'Ofech Olim, U'Matir Asurim, U'Mekayem Emunato Lishenei Afar, Michamocha Ba'al Gevurot, U'Midom Melach, Melech Memit U'Mechayeh, U'Matzmiach Yeshua, V'Ne'eman Atah L'Chayot HaKol, Baruch Atah Adonai, Mechayeh HaKol. Please be seated, and we'll turn now on page 60 to offer a prayer for peace with the words of Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Ki atah Melech Adon, Lechol HaShalom. Ki atah Melech Adon, Lechol HaShalom. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. V'tov beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael, b'chol עת ובכל שעה, בשלומך. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Shalom Rav, Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. Tasim Le'olam. We're going to turn now to page 253 in our Sidurim, in our prayer books, because we take this point in our service to offer prayers of healing for those members of our community, our circle of family and friends who are ill and who would appreciate knowing that their names were being shared in this space. So if there's someone that you're thinking of and you'd like to share their names, you're welcome to do so. we're thinking to tonight from our community of Elizabeth Armstrong and Eric Ashe, of Harold Garber and Carl Greenberg, of Amy Lampert and Nathan Levinson, Allison Luck and Drew Patchen. Thinking of Joanne Phillips, Marilyn Schlitter, Kennedy Smith, Harriet Snyder, and Lacey Weinstein. So thinking of each of them and each of the names that sometimes it hurts to say, for them and for us, we sing these words of Misha Berach on page 253.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Oh, say shalom, b'imroma. Oh, say shalom, b'imroma. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom, b'imroma. Oh, say shalom, b'imroma. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
For everyone that's sitting in the congregation tonight, you may have noticed that on occasion, Rabbi Amy and I may have looked just above and beyond your heads at a space in the choir loft behind you. We do that quite often, actually. And that's because that's where the camera is for our live stream. We used to live stream services for a few years without many people taking advantage of it, with the exception of my mother in New York. Hi, Nana. Thanks for taking advantage of it. But once COVID hit, it became a lifeline. People would send us beautiful photos of their families sitting in front of the screen watching services in quarantine. And later we'd see photos of just their feet dangling in a pool or in front of a fireplace with a backdrop of the sanctuary on the television behind them or in front of them. This live stream stuff has changed the way that we lead services. We're much more careful about how we're mic'd. Thank you. We no longer walk in the aisles with excitement during our sermons. And especially on the high holidays, we have really upped our game, bringing in all sorts of video, sound, and lighting professionals to make sure that what people see at home is as close as possible to the experience you'd get sitting in the seats that Neil has set up for you. And especially for those who live far away, or who are homebound or ill, or busy with little ones who aren't quite ready to sit through a service. We're really happy to know that you can still watch services and connect with the Jewish experiences that we are having right here at this very moment in the synagogue. But the truth is that having people watch services over a live stream was never part of the plan. Earlier this week, I ran into a congregant who I hadn't seen in years. And when I expressed how good it was to see them, they said to me, "Oh, I see you every week." Huh, I thought. It turns out that every week, without fail, they were watching services on the live stream. But I had no idea. And on the one hand, while I was happy to know that they still felt connected and found a way to experience Shabbat at home, I couldn't help but wonder how different it would be if they were actually here with us in this room every week. Are we really a community if we're always apart? This week in the Torah portion that we read, we begin the book of Numbers. As Rabbi Amy said earlier, after slogging our way through the laws of Leviticus, that's a good one, the Israelites' journey through the desert picks up where Exodus left off, though there has been a time lapse of 40 years. So to begin the book, the biblical authors do a check-in to make sure that we know who's there. Numbers starts off with a counting of every Israelite who is still on the journey, going tribe by tribe, person by person. It is, as Isla, who is becoming bat mitzvah tomorrow, can tell you, not necessarily the most exciting Torah portion that was given to us. It is a literal census of numbers and names, a list of every person who's present. But this counting is important. It's a necessity. Before the journey to the Promised Land can continue, the people need to know who is with them. Who are the soldiers? And who are the priests? Who will carry the precious goods? And who will be the builders? They can't move forward unless they take the time to count every single person. The Torah is teaching us not just that every single person counts, but that every person has a purpose. One by one, the people can look around, as you do, and know each other by name, and they are reminded that as they set out to cross the wilderness, they're not alone. And the same is true for us. Every week when we come together for Shabbat services, let's just be honest, we're not here to only celebrate Shabbat. We're here to stand beside people who are in mourning so they don't have to say Kaddish alone. We're here to watch B'nai Mitzvah students light the candles with the laser thingy, say the blessing over the challah, and invariably chug from the Kiddush cup, forgetting each week when we remind the congregation that it's only grape juice. Sorry. We're here to name the babies, to welcome the converts, to pray for those in need of healing. And when we hear the name of someone we didn't know was ill, to reach out to whoever said the name to make sure we can follow up with someone who is suffering or who may be in need. Being here is what allows us to do that. It's important to show up. Being here means something. And so while I'm grateful to each of you who is watching from home right now, as we move into this new book of Torah, as we move into summer vacation, I'm just going to be a bit of a nudge if I can. This Sunday, we celebrate the holiday of Shavuot. Shavuot is an ancient harvest and pilgrimage festival. It's a time of counting, and it's the time we honor the receiving of the Torah and the change of the season, and a return to Jewish learning, and in the Ashkenazi community especially, an overindulgence in cheesecake or ice cream, if that's your fancy, which I highly encourage. Shavuot, you can hear it in the name. It's about returning to Judaism and returning to your place among the people. May each of us be blessed to find ways to return to the community, to be present, to show up for one another. And may this new season remind us of what a blessing it is to see each other as Moses saw God, face to face. Shabbat Shalom.
We return.
We return.
We return.
We return. We return. Return again.
We return.
We return.
We return.
We return. We return. Return again and again to you. To you. To you. We return again to you. I ask you now to please rise and turn to page 282 for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateit gedolah l'yotzer breshit, shelo asanu k'goyei ha'artzot, velo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo samchakenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol amonam, va'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. On 287, may we gain wisdom in our lives, overflowing like a river with understanding, loved each of us for the peace we bring to others. May our deeds exceed our speech, and may we never lift up our hand but to conquer fear and doubt and despair.
Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with the joy of wholeness of freedom and of peace.
ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו So at this time in our service, we recall with love the names of those taken from us in recent days, and our hearts go out to their families in sympathy as we recall their names. Eileen Friedhofer, Ralph Goldsticker, Bruce J. Hendon, Lois Levin, Art Margolis, Richard Marks, Sally Mogerman, Beverly Novak, and Marcia Winehouse. And we now recall the names of those, the anniversary of whose death occurs on this Shabbat, and whose names have been inscribed in the archives of our congregation or on the Wall of Honor for perpetual memorial. Bess Barney, Catherine Silverman Cohen, Pauline Cattler Cohen, Marjorie Feldman Korn, Harold Davidson, Stanley Friedheim, Doris May Hacker Friedman, Jay Feudenberg, Martha Sachs Gelberg, Dr. Max Goldenson, Lois Grand, Leon Gutman, Samuel Hamburg, Louis Horwitz, Linda Heiken, Benjamin Jaffe, Carl Kahn, Ruth Farrer Kottman, Lorraine Claire Lander, Belle Grosby Levin, Molly Rosenkrantz Levin, Cindy Liederman, Bella Lipkin, August Lipson, Sophie Lissner, Clarice Linford, Walter Mainzer, Stephen Z. Marglis, Carola Margraf, Mildred Epstein Nemzer, Laverne Newman, Clara Lee Perline, George Pittler, Helene Polsky, Isidore Riesman, Isaac Rosenblatt, Marcia Sachs, Diana Freda Schreiber, Sylvia Schwartz, Joseph Shapiro, Abe Small, Marion Solomon, Sam Tucker, Marion Persky Weiss, Scott Zamler, Muriel Horn Zweig. So with these names and the names we keep in our hearts, we turn to the words of the Mourner's Kaddish, which can be found on page 294. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, ba'alma divarach yurteh v'yamlich machuteh, b'chayachon uvyomechon, uv'chayei l'chol Beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'bizman kariv emru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach la'alam omei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudusha b'richu, La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, da'amiran ba'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May the source of peace and peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. And we say, Amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Please be seated. So before we turn to our closing song, I have to apologize because I have gotten my scheduling all mixed up, and then last week I told you all there was a class this week. There's not. There's nothing tonight. You get to go home or you get to go out to dinner. But next week, following services, there is going to be a class Rabbi Michael is teaching, or maybe we're teaching together.
We'll see.
That is going to be a walk through the Shabbat prayer book, so especially for our new Hebrew scholars folks over there, or for our want-to-be Hebrew scholars, this is a great way to make sure that you actually know what you're saying. This Sunday, though, is Shavuot, and so if you're interested, we are doing a Shavuot program with Temple Emmanuel and Sher Emeth and United Hebrew, all of the Reformed congregations out west. It is going to be held at Temple Emmanuel this year. It's at 7 o'clock, so there are learning sessions, and then there's a service afterwards.
Is there a cheesecake?
There is going to be cheesecake. I will say this is often, it's called Tikkun
Tikkun Leil Shavuot is often an all-night learning session, except that none of us like to stay up late, which is why it's happening at 7 o'clock, and you'll be home by 9. So anyway, so if you want to stay up late and study, you got to go somewhere else. But we hope you'll join us for that. And then also this week we have dinner, drinks, and dough. If you want to learn how to bake challah, it is a whole lot of learning going on. It's quite a short period of time. So we hope you will join us for one or all of those learning experiences. We want to thank Rob Aronson for his beautiful music, and I think it's time to go back to that song and add verse 3.
Absolutely.
All right?
Hine matov umanai shevet kulanu gam yachad. Hine matov umanai shevet kulanu gam yachad.
This is the new part that I wanted to teach you. I'll sing it through, and then you guys will repeat. Gather us in peace, gather us in joy, gather us in strength, we are one. Gather us in peace.
Gather us in peace.
Good.
Gather
Joy.
us in
Joy.
joy.
Strength.
Gather us in strength.
We are one.
We are
one. Gather us in peace.
Gather us in peace.
Gather us in joy.
Gather us in joy.
Strength.
Gather us in strength.
We are one. We are one. Last time. Gather us in peace.
Gather us in peace. Gather us in joy.
Strength.
Gather us in strength.
We are one. Ya la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ine mato, manai,
Umanai shevet kulanu gam yachad.
Ine mato,
Hine matov
manai,
umanai shevet kulanu gam yachad.
Yalai's last time.
Yalalai lai lai lai,
Yalalai lai lai lai,
yalalai lai 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 lai, yalalai lai lai lai,
yalalai lai lai lai, yalalai lai 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 lai, yalalai lai 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 lai.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.